appeased. Gave you my all, but you wanted more from me. Keep your love, it doesn't feel the same. I hope it hurts you when you hear my name. I go out for my squad and I put that on squad.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Tannehill's Dolphins.
Thank you, Larry. It is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that should give his guys a spark. He's off all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Leonard Fournette, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Fournette, a first down carry. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. And Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Dumps it off to Fournette. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And Stills over the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying for his tight end, the veteran Anthony Fasano. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. They're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A give running right, Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for what?
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. On the give, this is Drake. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Fournette. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. Underneath to Ivory. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Bortles on the hook up to Hurns for the Jaguar first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He'll try it with a fullback, Bohannon. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Bortles now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A dump off for Ivory. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Bortles to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Here we go with Ivory. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Ivory punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work for.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Oh, my goodness. A little unconventional there on the return. A big loss after the interception, but they get the football.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And
Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. There he goes, right side. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.